preparations and we'll be ready for the skills tests for the European Masters.
Test athletes gonna be having. I'm Mihkel Keldoja from Estonia doing the live commentary now. I was first in the field for endurance test, having the MC work over there, but now me and Richard switched the places, and for the skill test I'm here with you. Alone, but I'm gonna be hopefully able to fill up the time when you're spending with us, as we are now looking into the Master Division 65 plus, 60 to 64, and also 55 to 59, the age group division. The workout for all those three divisions are the same. The girls have to go through 50 double unders in the start of the workout. In this division, it doesn't have to be unbroken. I talked to the girls in the warm-up area. They are a bit afraid of those double unders. So even though we have some gymnasts and even athletes who have been doing CrossFit over 7 years, they still have a little trouble with the double unders. Hopefully, they are gonna end up doing them better than expected. But in lane 1, we should be seeing a German athlete, Angelika Heuer, from the 65 plus category. So the only girl brave enough to come and compete. Among with Angelika, we have Monika from Norway and Nicolette from Germany in the 60 plus division.
Start this first.
So Richard is now putting the clock on, so soon we're gonna be seeing them doing the first 50 double unders. And among those girls, we have more in lane 4 and 5. We have Katja Rauch from Germany, CrossFit Connect currently. And on lane 5, we have Ann-Britt Nilsson from Sweden, so an ex-triathlon athlete. So winning the first event in this category. So the endurance pace was good. Let's see how is the skill test looking for those girls. So seems like working well for lane number 4. At least 10 double unders already done. Monika was the one who was a bit worried about the double unders on lane 2. But there is no problem. I don't know what Monika was telling me about. So Monika should be an ex-gymnast as well. I know in gymnastics they are gonna do a lot of jump roping. Me also as a coach in Estonia, we have also some ex-gymnasts in our gym. They are all doing pretty well. The most difficult one for some girls are this, that double unders are too easy. They are about to do more about triple unders than double unders. But we have already in lane number 5, Ann-Britt Nilsson on the wall walk. So after the 50 double unders, we're gonna have wall walks, repetitions of 8. So they have to be aware that they meet the standards, but these reps are pretty expensive if you do any mistakes over there. So make sure your both hands are back on the line before putting those legs on the ground. So lane number 1 and lane number 3 are still on double unders, but hopefully soon we're gonna see them also on the wall walks. 2 reps remaining for lane number 5, Ann-Britt Nilsson from Sweden, doing the last 2 reps, looking good, body feeling tight, so it seems like this is more than the favorite movement. All right, and lane number 3, Nicolette Runke is also joining the pack in the wall walks. And lane number 5, Ann-Britt is making her way to the toaster bar. So total of 25 reps for these girls. Let's see how big is the first set. Seems like 6 reps are done, 7, 8. Okay, a little break, shouldn't harm. And we have some double unders to do on lane number 1, where we have Angelika, the only one from the 65 plus category, athlete from Germany.
And also Katja going for the toaster bars.
Yeah, 2 girls now together on the toaster bar. So lane number 4, also Katja is joining with Ann-Britt. Let's see who will hold up better on the toaster bars.
Ann-Britt in the second one, but in this one is Ann-Britt leading.
Yeah, and last reps for Ann-Britt on lane number 5, making her way back to the wall walk. So 8 more reps for the wall walks, and then the last exercise is again the double unders.
Currently we are in the middle. Half of the time is remaining.
Yeah, the time gap for the workout is 8 minutes, so girls are halfway at the moment. Lane 4, Katja is showing some really good keeping on the toaster bar, so making all she can to have those legs together against the bar.
Going for the toaster bars.
Yep, and lane number 2, Monica is also joining the first toaster bars. Monica is choosing a little different way, going 1 by 1 with a little extra swing, but she does everything she could to make those reps count.
Last 3 reps for Ann-Britt.
For me, it's first time to be doing like a live commentary. I've been organizing a bigger event in Estonia myself, and we have the highest age group of 45. So for me, it's really awesome to see all those even more experienced athletes seen on the field. And now we see Ann-Britt Nilsson on lane number 5 getting back on the double unders. So hopefully there is gonna be 1 minute more or less, and the workout in the skill test is gonna be over for her. And lane number 3, Nicolette Brunke is also on the toaster bars, choosing the same technique as Monica, doing some extra swings, but this is the way to get the reps for them.
Quite a nice spacing from Ann-Britt.
Yeah, Ann-Britt is showing really good skills on the double under.
Victory in test number 2.
Oh, and it's done for Ann-Britt. So in 6-minute window, slightly over, and Ann-Britt is done.
Category 55 to 59.
Yeah, and Ann-Britt is smiling, so everything good. Hopefully she enjoyed the test. Might be a bit better than the other one, but now it's gonna be the second workout win for Ann-Britt, because the first event Ann-Britt was also the fastest one in those 55 plus girl division. So we're starting the last minute of the workout really soon. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. And we have to
60 seconds, let's go!
clap for Angelika also on lane 1 for making the first 50 double unders and getting to do some wall walks also. "45 seconds.
And also Katja Rau going for the last 50 double unders. 40 seconds remaining. Let's go, Katja.
So let's see how the Katja's double unders on the second round.
That's the spirit going to the end.
Nice
Let's
hand
go.
position,
Applause
nice
for Katja.
jumping. Seems like effortless, but as you may be also in the sport of functional fitness, you know, they might look easy, but if you're doing them yourself, it's not that easy at all. Okay, a little frustration if it strips, but
3, 2, 1.
and we are done with this heat. So girls 65, 55 and 60 are done with the skill test for now. So we are glad to see all the athletes advanced at least through the first set of 50. So the girls who are speaking with me in the warm-up area should be pleased that the double unders weren't that bad at all. So a little break, little signs on the scorecards, and we are up with the next heat. So we are running slightly delay on the heats because there was some technical issues during the first heats, but now we should be going just 15 minutes later in each division. So if you're watching and you're seeing the heat schedule in the websites, then just make sure that you add 15 minutes more or less to the timetable. Then you know when your friends and family are coming to the field.
And for the females, 50 to 54, please welcome Katarina Unger, Sweden, Elina Luontila, Finland, Anita Paus, Norway, and Sabine Schneider, Germany.
So yeah, next up are female 45 plus girls and female 50 plus girls. So we have in total of 9 athletes coming to the field, setting up their jump ropes, putting some chalk, or even some girls are cleaning up the bars. I know there is some new fancy grips that don't want chalk at all, so more people are now cleaning up the bars rather than chalking them up. So things are changing. So
We're gonna have 8 minutes.
let's see which are doing the best in this case.
40 toast bars, 50 single.
So in 45 division we have Linda Elisabeth James Olsen in lane 1 from Norway. Then in lane 2 from Germany, Sandra Sommer, currently 3rd place in the rankings after the first endurance test.
When you are ready, please take your place behind the red.
On lane 3, Christina Lucy from Switzerland, who came 2nd on the endurance test. Let's see how it plays out in the skill one. On lane number 4, we see Nina Fløskie from Norway. And the last one from this age group is Maria Gronborg, who is current leader in the division after the endurance test. So everything should be set now. We see different jump ropes. Some are using the slightly thicker one, but let's see. Everybody should be having the best one they feel for them. All right, some last questions with the judges, and we are about to start the test for those. So these girls are gonna have some more advanced standards. For example, the girls has to do unbroken double unders, if I'm not wrong. So the double unders can't be tripped. If you trip, you have to start all over again. And the toaster bar number is also increased to 40.
Okay, we are all set.
And on the second part, after the toaster bars, we're gonna have single under crossovers, so a kinda new movement in this functional fitness world. So let's see how these girls gonna manage with it. I know some athletes are using 2 different jump ropes.
Let's go.
One jump rope is for the double unders, and the slightly like slower and heavier one is for those single crossovers. So let's see, is there any athlete changing the jump rope? And these girls should be ending up the workout with a handstand walk. So 25 meters we have on the field, 2.5 meter segments. So at least we have to see 2.5 meters walked on the field.
And as we can see, Nina Flesker as first one going forward for the toaster bar.
So I was a bit interrupted. So there is 4 more girls I haven't spoken about yet. So in lane 6 we're gonna see Katarina Unger from Sweden, the current leader in the 50+ category, who should be an aerobic trainer. So the first event win is no surprise for us. Lane number 7 we're gonna see Elina Lontila from Finland.
Double unders.
Lane 8, Anita Paus from Norway, also an ex-gymnast, so we should be seeing some fast toaster bars and maybe some good level handstand walks as well. And lane 9, Sabine Schneider
And also Katarina Unger
from Germany.
Toaster bars.
So 4, 5, 6 girls now advancing to the toaster bars. We're gonna see in lane 9, as I told you, Sabine is working really well on the keeping toaster bars. And lane 8, the ex-gymnast Anita Paus is doing her sets of toaster bars pretty fast and well. Little pause. Anita has put on 2 boxes across the field, so a little jump and we are back in the game. In lane 6, Katarina, the current leader in female 50+, is also nicely seen as blue leggings, getting back up for her next set.
It seems that Cristina Lucci might finish in the lane number 3. Last pairs of toaster bars, and yes, Cristina Lucci.
Yes, lane 3, Cristina Lucci from Switzerland is back on the double unders.
Crossovers.
Now let's see how those single under crossovers will look like for Cristina. So Cristina is the one who switched up the jump rope, I see, having a black and white jump rope.
Impressive performance by Cristina.
I know myself struggled a lot as this movement came up in the quarterfinals last year.
And meanwhile in the lane number 9, Sabina Schneider.
And in lane number 9 we also have already Sabine Schneider working on her single under crossovers.
Cristina Lucci as first one to finish.
So these crossovers doesn't have to be unbroken.
Some round of applause to Cristina.
And
it seems
as I understand, then Cristina is done with her performance. Seemed to be happy but the last part of the workout is the handstand walk. Let's see how this will play out. First
You
attempts,
can see athletes have to start before the line and then cross
hands
those segments
placed
divided.
nicely before the line, so any finger can't touch it.
And meanwhile,
So-
in lane number 9, also Sabine Schneider going
And
for the
Sabine, yes, in lane number 9 is doing her first attempt,
segment.
having 1 meter already in, but now have to go again.
Meanwhile, incredible performance from Linda Elizabeth.
Sabine on the next attempt, a few more steps, and oh, slightly 1 step out of the
Handstand.
2.5 meter segment.
Let's go. And she's already done 2 segments.
And in lane 1, Linda. Linda is done with her first set of handstand walk. A few more steps and we are done with 5
Next segment
meters.
for Linda.
So a total of 25 meters has to be done.
Lane
There
number
is
9.
2.5 more minutes to go, so hopefully more girls will advance to the handstand walk.
Quite nicely.
Linda done with the third one, going to the next one. Oh, getting some speed in, but oh,
Come on, Linda, you can do it.
yeah, Linda saved a nice save in the last segment. Now halfway there.
And proceed back to the finish line. 2 more minutes remaining. 2 more minutes.
And lane number 9 is also done with 10 meters, so getting the last segment on the way to the rig to gain 12.5 meters.
1 segment.
Sabine from Germany.
Let's go, Linda. 2 segments. Nicely.
Right, Linda will finish the workout. Hopefully there is 7.5 meters to go for Linda.
30 seconds. And also Sabine Schneider is going back. Last 5 segments for her.
Right. And we have in lane 8 Anita Paus from Norway, the ex-gymnast, doing some really nice work on the handstand. So 12.5 meters done. They are tied with Sabine at the moment. Let's see who will make it back at least 1 segment. So there is 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Linda on the last steps, and Linda Elizabeth is finished first in this event.
Number 2 in female 45-49 category. Meanwhile, last 40 seconds.
The countdown for the last 30 seconds starts now. We have some really nice steps from Anita on lane 8.
What a tempo!
And we are done with Anita as well.
Wins the category 50-54. Test number 2.
10 seconds to get any more steps.
Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Right. So, second heat of the European Masters is done. We see already some really nice moves in the toaster bars and also handstand walk. So I guess the test is good enough to test the skill part of those athletes. So all results will be uploaded soon. So for the confirmed results, check back soon in the Circle 21, which is providing us the leaderboard with the results. And next up, we're gonna bring out female 40 to 45, 40 to 44 athletes in the female side. And for those girls, the workout changes again.
Alrighties, we are ready for ladies 40 to 44. Please welcome in the field, Sasha A. Johansson.
Yes, Richard is
Vikarud, Sweden.
sending the athletes in. We have in lane 1 Sasha A. Johansson from Sweden. Then in lane 2 Fanny Vikarud from Sweden. Elisa Ahonen from Finland on lane number 3. Carla Yvette Acosta Hernandez, I guess one of the longest names maybe in the competition during the weekend, is on lane 4 from Norway. And from Lithuanian side, in lane number 5, we see Rima Budvitvaite, who also was the winner in the female 40+ category in endurance side. Then going next is lane number 6, Erika Sterner from Sweden, and lane 7, Kristina Panaita from Lithuania. And we have one athlete also from Greenland, Maria Grodem. So again, we see double jump ropes. These girls have to go through again 50 unbroken double unders. So if you trip, start from 0 again. Then they go right into the handstand walk of 25 meters. And the double under numbers are increased again. I already see some girls again cleaning up the bars to make those new fancy grips be as good as possible. Then after the 50 double unders, we're gonna go back to the handstand walk, again 25 meters, and we finish up with unbroken single under crossover. So this is the tricky part in the end of the workout. We might see people struggling there in the end because it has to be unbroken now. So as it is the new movement, I guess not many of us have been making sure we are really good at those, but never know, never know. This would be it for this heat. So 8 athletes, all in the same division. So now the one who is winning this heat will be the overall winner of the test as well.
We are ready.
Okay, the countdown is on.
3, 2,
looking calm on the start.
let's go!
So let's see. I'm gonna stand up to see better. Let's see what the field is gonna look like.
So for the ladies, 40 to 44.
So current leader Rima in lane 5 is also having a team competition from last weekend in Tartu, Estonia, the competition I'm organizing. So Rima is a friend of mine, I could say. Let's see how the week has been for recovery.
Already 4 ladies.
Yeah, 4 ladies already on the handstand. Let's see who is first of the first half. So 12.5 meters. We see ladies going unbroken on lane number 6. Erika.
And our current leader.
Erika Sterner from Sweden finishing up 12.5 meters in one motion.
Our current leader.
Already back.
For the
Rima on the second place at the moment, taking a little break
and
to
also Maria Grode.
be sure she's ready to go again. And Erika is 5 meters only away from toes to bars. Little struggle. Rima on the same line.
Our leader in the first lane, Sasha Johansson.
Yeah, but Sasha from lane 1 is making some ground, and he's first one to go back on the rig for those 50 toes to bars. So 50 toes to bars is already pretty big number. We're gonna see all the athletes coming next. He's performing also 50. So this is the highest number we see. So let's see how big are the sets. lane number 6. Erika Sterner also on the toast bars. Rima joining the pack. Looking fresh on lane 6. During tests like this, you have to be smart, not just strong. So if you burn out in the first set, doing, for example, similar to your maximum reps, then the last reps might end up really bad, going one by one. So let's see which athlete is most experienced and knows her capability of those two bars. Five reps left for lane number 5. Right, so Rima's judge hands is in the air. We are gonna having few last reps. Let's see if I'm getting it right. Sometimes on the side of the competition floor, it's hard to understand this is the right lane or not.
Also a good tempo from Erika Sterner, lane number 6. Who will gonna be the first one to jump off?
So lane number 8 is finished with her first set of double unders. So Maria, but making some really good ground on the handstand walk, going in the fastest way I've seen today.
Last 5 reps for Erika and last 5 reps for Sasha. Sasha is the first one, goes for the...
Yeah, and in lane 8, Maria slightly missed understand the handstand walk, so went already on the toaster bar. So now Maria is back on the other half of the first 25 meters.
Number 1 and lane number 6.
And lane number 1 is back on the handstand walk with Sasha having 2.5 meters to go to finish the halfway point of handstand walk. So now 12.5 meters more and we are advancing to the last part of those single under crossovers.
And Sasha is going for the end of the second round of handstand walk.
So as told before, if you burn out too hot on the toaster bars, then it's gonna be heavy for those last reps, but Rima pressed through and starting her second set of handstand walk. Sasha is taking some time to finish up the last meters and Sasha is done. Now let's see those crossovers.
Sasha Johannesson going for the last.
Little break, breathe a few times, and now unbroken. Unbroken on those. You have to go to make it to the finish line.
Other crossovers has to be unbroken. Also Erika Sterner in lane number 6, going for the last segment of handstand walk.
Yeah, and Rima from lane number 5 is also 12.5 meters done in the handstand walk.
Test number...
Yep, but Sasha, we can congratulate you. You are the winner of this workout, the test. Meanwhile, in lane number 6, Erika is also on the single under crossovers now. Let's see if she can make it in time cap. We're gonna have 1 minute and 50 seconds.
6, Erika Sterner.
And Rima is coming on her way as well. And no problem for Erika. Seems like first attempt making those 50 unbroken.
Let's go! Every rep counts. Every meter counts. Let's go!
So good friends celebrating the finish of the workout, while others are still pushing through the test. In lane number 8, we see Maria again on the way back of the handstand walks.
40 seconds.
Again, looking faster than any other athlete I've seen today.
And in lane number 8,
let's see who is going to be next one. Maria and Rima. Maria is done. Rima is done. Oh, Maria has to go one more set.
Let's go, Rima.
Seems like she started from the wrong side, because now he's walking back to the rig. Shouldn't be the other way around. So Rima on the last jumps. 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1. Time's
And we are done. So hands together to all those female athletes in the 40+ division. So there's gonna be, I guess, some mix up in the leaderboard for tomorrow, because at the moment Rima, the current leader, is gonna get points from 3rd place. So again, it's gonna be interesting looking to the leaderboard a few moments later. So the same setup for the workout gonna remain now as we bring out female 35 to 39 years. And we're gonna have 8 athletes as well working on the field. So soon we're gonna introduce all those girls. The other girls are looking for those jump ropes, so don't leave any over there.
All right then, and we are ready for category 35
So
centimeters.
Richard just stole my paper, so as Richard finishes up the
I got one kill there.
lineups, and I'm gonna tell you the names as well, so you know where your friends will be on the field.
Norway, Letterme Elodie, France, and Kasia Silen, Sweden.
So, adapting and overcoming, so I have to do some pictures from the papers, and hopefully everything runs well. So, we're gonna start in lane 1, Christine Rieshaug from Norway. On the lane 2, we're gonna have Emilia Backermalm from Sweden.
Seems that we are getting
Third lane, Stine Agard Van Kilde from Denmark, the current leader who won the endurance test. So lane 4, Jutta Mustaburu from Finland. Lane 5, Sanna Larsson from Sweden. Vicky Gongevold in lane 6 is presenting Norway. Lane 7, Terme Eloyd from France. And in lane 8, Kaisa Schielen from Sweden.
Your place is behind the red line, and it seems that we
So
are
the test remains the same. They're gonna be doing those unbroken double unders on the start.
10 seconds.
Then we might see even faster handstand walks for 25 meters, 50 toaster bars again, and back to the handstand walk. And those crossovers to be unbroken in the end of the workout.
50 unbroken double unders. unders, 25-meter handstand walk, 50 toes to bars. Once again,
So all girls have tied up their hair. Might be some trouble if the hairs flip out. So hopefully nothing happens. They are soon done with those first 50. I know it's the hardest thing to count in the judges side as well. So if you're counting like 50 or 53, this is not that big issue, but as the athletes are counting their own, they might have some interruptions if they make too much of a thing of it. So we're gonna see really fast handstand works. There is already lane 6 or lane 8 at the moment going unbroken on the handstand walk.
And followed by Stine.
So lane 8, Kaisa from Sweden is about to finish the first 25 meters and running already onto the rig for her 50 toes to bars. Would love to see how big is the first set. Seems like there is some also fancy grips which don't need chalk. In lane number 5 we have Sanna from Sweden as well on the toes to bars, having slightly faster grip. I see
Our current leader.
Kaisa is making a little break.
Followed by Kasia, lane number 8.
And lane 3, Stine Agard is also joining them on those toes to bars. Other girls taking some time on the handstand walk, making sure they are doing it the right way. So hands before the line, hands over the line. Lane number 2, Emilia, is also joining the toes to bars. So a few girls almost ready with the handstand walk as well. On lane number 7, we see our France athlete Leterme from
First one to jump off the
5 meters only away from the toes to bars.
handstand walk.
But let's see who is first off the toes to bars. I guess there's gonna be only 4 reps to go for Kaisa on lane number 8.
Kaisa, last 5 reps. Let's go.
Looking smooth on Kaisa on lane 8. And we are done with the 50
They're going for a handstand walk.
handstand walk.
Second round.
So let's see if Kaisa is going unbroken all the way to the jump rope. So 7.5 meters done, a little break. I guess there is some misunderstanding on the judges' side that which way you have to start the handstand walk on the way back, because at the moment Kaisa was starting from the rig, but lane number 5, Sanna, was brought to the other side of the field to start from the jump rope. So let's see, is this making any problems? I might have to say it between the sets or the heats. So for example, Sanna is now on the halfway and Kaisa is on the way back to the rig. So basically Kaisa is having 1 more meter to go and Kaisa is done, now running to the jump rope as Hanna or Sanna is having the last 7.5 meters towards the jump rope. Are we gonna see now a battle in the jump rope?
1 more second.
Kaisa having 10 reps in and tripped
the single unders. The first set is not
Let's see how it goes now. Sana taking up the jump rope and starting now.
head to head. 8 and
So now it's all up to who is tripping, who is not. And Kaisa tripped again. Few breaths and we are going again. Sana
she will gonna win.
looking smooth.
What a performance!
And Sana, he's going unbroken in the first attempt, so making some good ground on the leaderboard, as she was not in the top 3 in the endurance event, and now Kaisa also finished in maybe
Meanwhile, also
attempt 4.
second place in this test. And now
So
it's
2 minutes to go.
2 more minutes remaining.
And we are having lane number 3, Stine Agard Van Kilde, also on the crossovers.
Broken.
Let's see how it plays out for her. I know my side that on those crossovers you really have to concentrate how you put those legs cross position. So if you're lazy in this part, you're gonna trip right away. So hands totally on the sides and you're good. And as we saw, Stina did good job on those, finishing under the time gap on 3rd place in this event.
Let's wait and see if any lady will gonna come close to finishing this test number 2, or at least start the single under crossovers.
So we are in the last minute in this workout. We have lanes number 2, Emilia, working back on the way to the jump rope on handstand walk. And as well, lane number 7,
14 seconds.
our France athlete is taking the first steps on the way back.
Every segment counts. Every rep counts. 30 seconds.
And Jutta Mustaburu from Finland is also halfway through the handstand walk in the second part. Lane number 2 picking up the jump rope as well, getting in as many reps as possible.
10 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And we are time capped.
Oh.
So this was 35 plus girls. So next up we're gonna have 30 plus girls coming up. So there should be 2 heats. So next one is heat 21 with 5 athletes. And then there's gonna be another heat of 30 plus athletes. There is somehow things that in heat 21 we're gonna have the second place finisher from the endurance test, Cornelia from Lithuania, but in the second heat, heat 22 for female 30 plus, we're gonna have the endurance winner Stine Moen Nielsen and the 3rd place Marta Woldsrug. So I'm not sure why they are in the different heats. Hopefully for tomorrow we can sort things out and they're gonna be in the same one for all the top 3. So next girls are stepping up. I'm gonna give the judges a little notice about the handstand walk starting position in the way back, so I'll be back soon. All right, all sorted out. So now you see the next 5 athletes coming up in 30 plus division. As told, in lane 1 we have the second place finisher from the endurance test. And we have 4 more athletes in the field. Again, we see double jump ropes on the field.
Behind the red line. Judges are ready, and we are ready for the countdown. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go!
So Olga on lane 5 was also competing last week in Tartu in the team competition with Amber CrossFit team. So let's see how those double unders will look. And as there were also those 2 bars inside of the competitions. Looking smooth at the moment for all girls. Oh, a little trip on the lane 1 for Cornelia.
First one going for the handstand walk, followed by Olga.
Yep, and Olga is the first one stepping on the handstand walk.
Olga, our current leader. And in the 4th lane, Linnea Larsson catching up on Olga.
Nicely seen in the orange tank top.
4th and 5th lane, sprinting towards the toast bars.
And next to Olga, we have the Swedish athlete Linnea Larsson, first one on the way back for the handstand walk. Let's see, should be unbroken again. Last 2.5 meters to go.
Nadia is catching up on Linnea.
And we are done with Linnea. And even running to the rig. I know Liana was having some trouble after the endurance test, so the medical worker slightly went over with her, but seems like everything is looking fine now, and the toast bars are no big deal. Flying through the rig. Olga finishing up her last meters to get back on the rig as well, but we have also Nadia from Sweden, lane 2, working as well on the toast bars.
Meanwhile, Nadia in 2nd lane trying to catch up. Also, Olga Rybina joins.
Now 3 girls are working on the toast bars. Olga as well, kicking some fast movements through the air to get those toast bars in. I guess all athletes will prepare some sets in their mind, but if you get to the point in the workout, you might end up having some other plan. I know many athletes are not sticking to the plan and making it bigger than they plan to, because feeling good, but let's see if there's any problems with the toast bars for those girls.
Last 5 reps for Linnea, last 3.
Yeah, Linnea is finishing up with the last rep at the moment, and also running now into the to the right side to start those handstand walk from the jump rope. Halfway there already. Little equal steps. And the last 2.5 meters to go. And we are done with 12.5, so little shake off and all the way back to the jump rope.
4 minutes remaining till the time cap.
Meanwhile, on lane number 2, We are having also last rep to do for Nadia Rakskovsky, making her way back to the start of the handstand walk.
And also Nadia will start her last handstand walk.
And we are done with the handstand walk for Linnea. Let's see, a matching jump rope with a shirt and pants. Looking smooth, also making sure all the hands are going totally crossed, so there is any tripping happening. Olga on the toaster bars, having 3 more reps to go. And we are having a fast time, slightly over 5 minutes for Linnea. Yeah, seems to be happy with the performance, and Olga now back to the handstand walk as well.
Single under crossovers.
Seems to be a little trouble for Cornelia on lane number 1 with double unders. Hopefully she can still get through it and get some handstand meters as well, because there's gonna be a second heat of the female 30+ athletes. So even though you might be ending up last in your heat, you still need to perform as good as you can, because you never know what others will do. And we are having the second finisher in this heat, as Nadia is done with her crossovers. Oh, another trip for Cornelia. I'm so sorry. Hopefully she still takes one more attempt. We have 90 seconds to go. In the meanwhile, Olga working back on the jump rope as well. 15 meters done. And lane number 3, Tia Ojagoski is on her toaster bars, making sure every rep counts, having sets of 3. So according to the plan, as I talked, maybe this is the way she can do it the most beneficial. So Olga is having last 2.5 meters before those crossovers. And Cornelia is not giving up, going again on those double unders. And Olga is ready as well. 30 seconds. Pick up the jump rope now. Go on, go on. And we have Cornelia finish the double unders as well. So never give up. Never give up, and you're gonna be fine. And also 2.5 meters of handstand is already done. So 10 seconds to go. You can have 2.5 more meters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up!
No, I guess the last one didn't count for Cornelia, but points from me as doing a great job, not giving up. So the first heat of the 35 girls is done. Now we bring out the second half of the field. So there's going to be 6 athletes now. So according to the timetable, we are now even like 20 minutes behind the schedule. So hopefully the girls are not too much annoyed for it, but we see them ready, coming to the field. Lane number 1, Milda Jode from Lithuania. Lane 2, Victoria Grunt-Illeby from Norway. Lane number 3, Marte Voldsrud from Norway, the third place finisher from the endurance test. And our current leader in lane number 4, Stine Moen Nielsen from Norway, stepping to the field with Sophie Lindberg from Sweden. Sophie is on lane 5. And last one from Finland, Nea Tamminen, CrossFit Basement, a well-known box from Finland. So few attempts on the bar, jump ropes ready, and we soon will see some high-level skill performances performed those 30+ girls.
Athletes, when you're ready, please take your place behind the red line. And we are getting ready for the countdown. Okay, judges are ready. We are ready. Let's start the countdown. 3, 2,
Right.
1, let's go!
And we are on.
"50 unbroken double unders. In the first section, followed by 25-meter handstand walk.
So girls making sure they don't trip until they reach 50 reps. And we see some running on the hands
Going quickly.
as we see lane number 4, Stine Moen Nielsen, the current leader as well, doing some pretty fast and already on the way back. So I had a little chat with Stine as well after the first event on the outdoor. So she loved the endurance part, but seems like she is enjoying this test even more.
Stine Moen Nielsen is her age category champion of 2023, and this year
Second one on the toaster bar, gonna be next to Stina on lane number 5 is Sophie Lindberg from Sweden, showing also some really good mobility from shoulders to get those keeping movements really smooth and fast. And as these two girls are working on the toaster bar, we have already lane number 2, Victoria Grunt-Illeby, as well done with the first set on the toaster bars. Again, as it is a skill test, we have struggling in with double unders in lane 1, Milda, but hopefully again she is not giving up and making to the handstand walk as well.
similar pacing in the lane number 4 and lane number 5.
Lane number 6 is also joining the toaster bars, Nea Tamminen from Finland. Taking small sets, small breaks, and back to the bar.
Last 5 reps for Stine.
Yep, Stina is on the last 5 reps.
Sophie finishes
for toast bars, and in 1 rep she is done and running towards the jump rope, which is the starting point for the second handstand walk. So no sight of any muscle soreness this far. 12.5 meters done, and
Who will gonna be the first one? And
already on the way back to the jump rope.
what a fight! Lane 5 and lane number 4.
And lane 5, Sofia Lindberg is as well on the same pace, only 2-3 steps behind, taking the jump rope as well. And now we're gonna see a battle again. Who is tripping, who is not? Stina going pretty fast, really like low jumps, which makes the jumping faster.
Some noise for the ladies!
Sophie is slightly higher jumps, but making sure every rep is good enough to make it unbroken. So this is more important than making maybe faster than they could. Nielsen finished now with a workout.
Also, Sophie Lind.
Lane number 2, Victoria Ileby back to the handstand walk as well, currently 3rd place in the heat. Sophie is now finished as well. Seems like there was no problem with
Minutes remaining.
crossovers. So as the toast bars are like the core exercise in this skill, then the second set of the handstand walk might be a big challenge for a lot of athletes. As your midline is exhausted, it's harder to hold yourself up on the hands. So hopefully the athletes are making sure they don't do more than they are capable of. On lane 6, we are working also back on the handstand walk.
2 minutes.
And lane number 1 is still struggling on those double unders, but as we saw last heat, you might get through it, and if you have making it to the second section of the handstand walk, you're already gaining 1 spot. Next to Milda, Victoria is on her last set of unbroken crossovers.
Victoria. And Victoria Grund Ileby.
Yep, and Ileby is finished and ready to recover for tomorrow's test.
Let's go, let's go. Keep on moving.
And 1 more minute to go.
Handstand walk for Marte Bolsrud. Meanwhile, Nea Taminen finishes and goes for the final single under crossovers. 55
Nea
seconds.
Taminen now has 1 minute to finish up the workout on those crossovers. She's using the same rope as she used for the double unders, so let's see how this plays out. So a little tripping now. So back to the start, and in the same time, lane number 3, Marte is picking up her crossovers. So let's see which girl is getting more reps in.
Marte can finish.
Marta going unbroken at the moment. Nea having some trouble with
Seconds.
the jump rope, but meanwhile Marta also tripped already. Who is making it more reps?
4, 3.
So both girls at the moment is
Thumbs up.
tripping, so it's gonna be tie for them, I guess, if there is no tie break between.
And within just a moment, we will gonna continue with the gentlemen.
All right, those girls are now done. So soon you're gonna see all those female 30+ scores in the Circle 21. So 2 heats will be summed up and the overall leaderboard gonna change. Now we're gonna bring out male heats. So first we're gonna have male 65+, 1 athlete, Anders Hane, 60+ athletes, and 55+ athletes.
Please welcome in the field, male 55, 59, Richard Eriksson, Sweden, Klaus Werner, Germany, Detlef Mattag, Germany, Nils
So the competition in the master degree seems to be kind of like Scandinavian championships, as there is a lot of Norway, Sweden and Finland athletes, as well as Denmark, and Germany is also presented in pretty big team. So now as we see the lanes, lane 1 will have Richard Eriksson from Sweden, and the other one in male 55 is Klaus Werner in lane number 2. So next to them we have lane number 3, Detlef Martag from Germany, Nils Einar Nielsen from Norway sitting on the lane number 4, lane number 5, Jack Lange from Finland, and Morten Zonderskov from Denmark in lane number 6. And as I told you before, the first thing, lane number 7, the only 65+ athlete from Norway, Anders Hane. He's now also on the field. So the workout is now getting back a bit easier. So all those athletes are doing now just 50 double unders. No need to worry about tripping, just continue where you left. Then we're gonna see wall walks again, 8 reps after the first 50 double unders. In the middle of the workout they have 25 toes to bars, and back to the wall walks and back to the double unders.
Please take your place behind the red line. Okay, we are in positions. Let's start the countdown.
Okay, let's see what these guys can do. I guess there is a lot of fathers and grandfathers here. So hopefully all the children and grandchildren are looking to their role models who are here in Lithuania, showing off some badass skills in this skill test. So 50 double unders. As I know from coach perspective, those double unders are hard to learn if you have started CrossFit in later years. For example, if we have here athletes working in the CrossFit or functional fitness world for like 5-7 years, maybe someone more, then it might be an issue, but might be not. For example, lane number 1 has no problems with those. So Richard Eriksson already on the first rep on those wall walks, making sure the hands meet the standards, so you don't come up too early with your feet. So, as there is only 8 reps in those wall walks and you get the no rep, it's gonna cost you some brain cells. So 3-4 guys already on the wall walks. The walls themselves are pretty narrow, so if you are used to going really wide on the feet, and in this area you might need to change things up, because otherwise you might fall and get a little scratch on your inner thighs. So yeah, the walls are maybe like less than a meter wide. So in the boxes you don't have to worry about it, but in here, as always in competitions, you still need to manage to somehow adapt to the options you have over here. So the wall walks are also good test to see how good your mobility is, because being so close to the wall demands some good mobility and overhead strength. But seems like Rickard Eriksson has no weaknesses, and already on the toaster bars, making sure the sets are as small as needed to make it through those 25 reps as fast as possible. Next to Rickard's, Klaus is joining also the toaster bars, trying to push the tempo for Rickard. And we have two athletes on the double unders as well. Hopefully soon we're gonna see them on the wall walks. On lane number 7, Anders Hane is making sure every rep he is attempting will count. And same for lane 4, Nils Einar Nielsen is also getting those double unders one by one. But as I told you before, you don't come here to give up on just one movement, so keep on trying. Everybody are making their best. So Klaus and Rickards are both back on the wall walks for the second time. So after this, they only have 50 more double unders. Yeah, here we see those double under attempts. So one by one, these are the trickiest one to count for judges. If they're doing one by one, you are really, really hard to see. Is it like a rep or not? So basically you might need to like slow motion video to see, was there like double under or was it the single under plus a half rep? So hopefully everything will be fine in this case.
And what a performance by Klaus!
So Klaus in lane number 2, the German athlete in 55 male category, is 5-10 seconds ahead of Eriksson. So let's see which way it plays out. Eriksson won the first endurance test. Might be Klaus taking the second one. Now we see them both standing next to each other.
Rickard or Klaus? Head to head, shoulder to shoulder.
So which hand is up first? Seems like Klaus is having 20 reps to go. As the judge's hand is up, 10 reps to go for Klaus. And we have, oh shit! Doesn't even know who won the heat, because Eriksson judge didn't raise the hand, so it was a surprise finish from Eriksson. So might be a photo finish. So I'm not giving any credential at the moment who was the leader.
Meanwhile, we are continuing 2 more minutes in the categories 64, 60 to 64 and 65 plus.
So boys are getting reps done on the walls, making sure the fingers or the palms touch the tape, and on the way back there is like double taped lines, so guys have to reach the second one, the furthest one.
1 minute 30
And while we have 90 seconds to go, hopefully lane number 4 is also getting through those double unders. And we are done. Nils is on the wall walks as well. So good job, Nils, for making it through the first set of 50.
Job from Nils, and last minute.
So for me, these are the best role models in the sport of functional fitness, because if these guys can do it in this level, then everybody can do it.
40 seconds.
Hopefully there is some people starting the fitness journey after seeing those guys and girls making those efforts in this field. So if your relatives are on the field, make sure you share them the effort they give over here, and hopefully it's reach out to some person to make sure this is maybe they in 5 or 10 years.
Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And we are done. So the night is continuing with next heat. As we are now done with 55, 60 and 65 plus, we are turning the page and bringing out heat number 24, which should be male 50 and 54. Now there should be 6 athletes coming up next for the heat 24. They seem to be ready in the lineup, so Richard will... So one is missing. All right, so a little update on the Greece athlete Pistas George, who is not coming to the test. Not sure what is the issue, so if you are holding thumbs for Pistas, then please let him know that you are on his side and look and see what was the problem with not showing up for the test. But 5 athletes now running the field is in lane 1, Rune Lind from Norway, CrossFit Bodo. Lane number 2, Johan Sternhoff from Sweden. Lane number 3, Fredrik Eriksson, another Eriksson. So seems to be a popular name in Sweden, I guess. So lane number 4 will be empty. And lane number 5, we find Daniel Eriksson, another Eriksson, and who is also the current leader in the male 50 plus category. And in lane 6, Gregor Otto from Germany is also giving his best to show off some skills. So now these guys have to go through unbroken double unders again. So 50, then they go right into those toes to bars, having 40 reps. And then back to the single under crossovers, which don't have to be unbroken. And in the end, we should see these youngsters on their hands having 25 meters of handstand walk. So love to see it. We should be ready now.
Judges are ready. And we are ready for the countdown. 10 seconds.
Okay. Get set. And we are off with
2,
unbroken double unders. So the unbroken part in competitions came up, I guess, a few years ago. In the meanwhile, there was no such thing in my information. So this is also a new thing. Like maybe soon we're gonna see you have to go through 25 unbroken toaster bars as well, which would be disaster if you're like burning out in the first set. So never know what this sport will bring out next. So no problem for lane number 1. Rune Lind is walking to the rig, but other guys don't let him far away as they are starting the sets only a few reps later. So lane number 2 and 5 are working also on the toaster bars as well. And lane number 2, Johan Sternhoff showing really fast set and going at the moment the only one unbroken. I guess more than 10 reps done already. Taking a break now. Lane number 5, Daniel Eriksson. So one of the Erikssons is also on the toaster bar making the second set. And lane number 3, Fredrik Eriksson. So maybe we should put one heat of Eriksson, so it would be really exciting for me to say Eriksson after Eriksson. But 40 reps is not much for these guys, I guess. So hopefully soon they are all back on those toaster bars. And I'm waiting for this handstand walk part. In tests like this, it's always like important which order the exercises are. For in this case, the best is for the last. So if you feel confident on the toaster bars and going in bigger sets, then it might end up slightly again not so beneficial on those handstand walks, but never know, never know. We have 2 last reps for lane number 2, Johan, but in the same time, Fredrik Eriksson, third on the toaster bars, is now first back on the double unders. So making some ground on those toaster bars, starting now just few seconds ahead of lane number 2, Johan, those double unders.
Gentlemen, also Daniel Eriksson simultaneously going for the crossovers.
Oh yeah.
5 minutes remaining on the clock.
So I might have said wrong. So these guys are having those crossovers now. Doesn't have to be unbroken. So let's see who is done the homework best and goes fastest on those crossovers. We see again different jump ropes. The orange-black one is slightly heavier and slower, but it's up to the athletes which one they want to use. So lane number 2, Johan Sternhoff is done with those crossovers, as well as Rune Lind, and as well as Fredrik Eriksson. All guys in lane 1, 2, 3 are now together on the last part of the workout. Let's see who can hold up the longest during the handstand walk. Currently, Fredrik leading, but Johan is taking the lead as going unbroken with 10 meters.
And meanwhile,
Alrighty, so another name coming up. Daniel Eriksson is now on the last 12.5 meters of the handstand walk.
Test number 2.
Already 10 meters in and 7.5 meters to go.
Daniel Eriksson or
And Johan in the same square. So no rep for Johan in the last step. So at the moment, Daniel is having a 2.5 meter lead and already stepping on the handstand walk. 2.5 meters to go for Daniel. And Johan is making a ground and taking the first place.
test number 2.
And just 5 seconds later, Daniel is also finished.
By Daniel Eriksson.
So, a playful end to the workout as we expected. Now, Runa and Fredrik is dealing with the last meters as well. Hopefully they will make it in this 90-second window which is left of the workout. The Swedish athlete Fredrik has 7.5 meters to go.
And one more segment for Fredrik Eriksson. Let's go, Fredrik!
And hold some thumbs for lane number 6, Gregor Otto, who is still a bit struggling on the first set of double unders, which has to be unbroken.
Seconds. 1 minute remaining.
Right, lane number 1, Runa, he's having 10 more meters to go. So let's see if Runa can make any more segments. There's gonna be 2.5 meters done now, so it's gonna be 7.5 to go. We got 25 seconds. And also Gregor is not giving up on his double unders. So as seen, all heats have basically 1 or 2 athletes who are struggling with it. So every competition you go home with some more knowledge what to work on the most. So hopefully next time we see them in the competition, the double under part is much better. So we are moving on to heat number 25. We are taking down 5 years in the athlete's age. We are now getting into male 45, where we should be having 8 athletes. Yes, should be correct. So jump ropes are being collected and we're gonna soon bring out those even more jacked guys. At the moment everybody seems to have shirts on, but I'm sure it's gonna not stay the same. So lane number 1, we're gonna have Carl Corneliusson from Sweden. Second lane, Sebastian Arnold, German athlete. Modestas Posas from Lithuania in lane number 3. I'm not sure if the lane number 4 will be stacked because the athlete was missing. Oh yeah, just got the confirmation that lane number 4 will be empty. Lane number 5, Sergejus Mihailovas from Lithuania, CrossFit Laisvė, athlete in lane number 5. Peter Berlung from Sweden, lane number 6. Darius Vaitkevicius from Lithuania in lane number 7, and lane number 8 is Egil Overland from Norway, the current leader from CrossFit Molde. So let's see, is the endurance and skill same for Egil, as we're starting the skill workout really soon. So once again, my name is Michael. I came all the way from Estonia here to give you some information about what's going on the field. So me and Richard are filling up the field in the English side for the Europeans. So Richard is from Latvia. He's one of the organizers of different competitions over there. For example, Liepāja Throwdown and Links Games. 2 competition in Latvia. Me, myself, I'm also a box owner and a CrossFit level 2 coach, also having a master degree in sports science, and running Estonian biggest event, Fittest in Tartu. So if you're looking for any other competition in Baltics, we are happy to host you. Fittest in Tartu is happening twice a year, and the Latvian competition are also happening every year. But let's get into business with those athletes. So now we see 8 athletes on the field. For those guys, we're gonna see same as last heat, unbroken double unders.
50 single under crossovers and 25-meter handstand wall.
So little struggles for some athletes, so hopefully it's not a big deal. It's just the beginning of the workout, but it might damage your mindset if you start the workout out in a way you didn't plan. But Peter Berlung from lane 6 is first to the toast bars. Let's see how many reps there are gonna be in for the first set. So next to Peter, Sergius from Lithuania is also kicking some toast bars as well. Lane number 1 at the moment on the screen, we see Karl Corneliusson doing his set. And as before, still people struggling on the first double unders. So fingers crossed they still make it through it.
He's finishing. Six minutes remaining.
All right, so athletes looking to the judges to see which is when they are finishing the last reps. So seems like lane number 1, Karl Corneliusson is getting back to the jump rope. Yeah, now Corneliusson to those crossovers. At the moment we see Darius getting his double unders done, and some really smooth and concentrated reps over here on those single crossovers. As again, make sure you put those hands wide enough as you cross them. A little tip from this side.
5 minutes remaining, 5 more minutes.
And done with those crossovers for Karl.
And Karl is going for the last handstand walk.
Wagnallen CrossFit box is the one Carl is representing over here. Little small but precise hand steps in the handstand walk, and soon Carl is ready with a half of the handstand walk portion. Alrighty. 2.5 meters to go, and then basically you are soon done with the workout. We have other athletes working on those crossovers as well. Now lane number 5, Sergius is also on his way on the handstand walk. So it has been a long day already, but we are bringing out some more heats after this. So the latest heat will start, I guess, after 8. So as there is a delay, then the last heat today with those male 30 plus guys will be happening maybe 20:30, so 8:30. So if you're looking for those heats, be aware that there is a little delay. Oh, and meanwhile we have Carl already finishing the workout. Seems like this was a cup of tea for Carl and bringing some good points to the leaderboard, as Carl was currently on the 3rd position. And athlete on the lane number 8, Egil, who is current leader after the endurance test, is having his crossovers done at the moment and starting the handstand walk as well. So let's see how much there will be lost for the 2nd day of competition. Meanwhile, Sergius is 7.5 meters away from finishing the workout. Egil done with 10 meters.
Meanwhile, Modestas Bosas coming back and going for the handstand ball.
Yes, and Sergius is finished. Celebrated a bit too early, so you have to finish the cross last line also, not just a handstand walk line. So a little common mistake athletes are doing on the fields usually, that they finish the last exercise but don't make it to the last finish line. All right, we see some struggle on the handstand over here, but still making it 2.5 meters at a time. And Egil is on the way back, so 12.5 meters done. And the same for lane number 6, Peter Bellung is
1 minute 15 seconds.
He's 7.5 meters away, the same as Egil at the moment. So Egil and Peter going neck by neck at the moment. So Peter having the last segment to go. Few more steps. Yes, and Peter is on the finish line.
50 seconds.
Some celebration already on the finish line for athletes, but at the same time others are still getting those last reps done. 30 seconds.
2 seconds.
So in lane number 3, Modestas is making sure he could have a few more points on the leaderboard.
15 seconds.
And we have Egil finishing up. Not sure what is the position in the heat, but hopefully staying in the top 3 after the day 1. All right, a little handshake with the judges, and we are soon ready for next heat. So next up is heat number 26. There's gonna be 5 athletes working on the field in the skill test. So again, jump ropes are being collected, some signs are being given to the judges as it goes, and Richard will soon send in the 40 plus division. So again, we take 5 years off from the athletes' ages.
And we are continuing.
So now again, we're gonna advance to the slightly more
40-44, please welcome
skillful test. So those toes to bars are going to be performed in 50 reps.
Team Svensson, Sweden.
And they're gonna do double handstand walking. So 25 meters after the first double unders, and then 50 toes to bars, back with 25-meter handstand walk, and finishing up the skill test with 50 unbroken single under crossovers. So let's see if this is the separator or it's not.
And for this age class, already we are having 50 unbroken double unders for the beginning, 25-meter handstand wall, 50 toes to bars. Once again,
Would love to have any athletes also here next to me to get some interviews in. Let's see if we can bring any in tomorrow. For example, if any heat is ending up, maybe I can wave some girls or boys next to me and asking any questions. So hopefully we can make it tomorrow, but let's see. Would be an interesting way to spice up the broadcast. So they are setting things up. Judges have to go through the flow of the workout, making sure everything is fine, but we don't have much time. The organizers have only added 3 minutes between those heats. So in the organizer view of mine, it is pretty tough to make it happen that fast. So Richard, make sure you're gonna push those athletes into the starting line as quickly as possible. But as always, there is questions which need to be answered, but seems like we should be ready now. So in lane number 1, we are seeing Raimondas Urbaitis from Lithuania, Rani Gudmestad from Norway, Alexandras
3, 2, 1.
Sutjaginas from Lithuania, and Tim Svensson from Sweden, and also Andrius Tashkus on lane 5. Ronnie in lane 2 is the winner of the endurance test. So double under is also considered as an endurance piece, in my opinion. So it depends on how much you have to do. Maybe as a skill test, this is more about can you make them unbroken. And Ronnie, as told, the leader is showing some good skills on the jump rope. And also handstand walking, a little scorpion going to the other side with Norwegian flag socks, so you know where this guy is coming from. Seems like if the legs are tired, he is walking on his hands to home from a box. But all guys almost back to the handstand walk as well. Ronnie already on the toaster bars.
Raimondas Urbietis, lane number 1.
Getting a nice skip on those, making sure that those reach the bar as needed. And in this division, there is no problem for double unders for any of them. So working all guys in the handstand walk at least. And in lane 2, 3, all guys are now on the toaster bars. So those Norwegian socks are going pretty big sets, so soon it should be done for Ronnie. So let me see if Raimondas making any ground on the toaster bars. I know Raimondas have also competed in my competition, so it's a familiar face for me.
On the rig.
And as Richard just said, all the athletes are now on the toaster bars. Also lane number 4, Tim Svensson from CrossFit Kalmar, Sweden, and Andrius Taškus from Team Rentless in Lithuania. So which hand is coming up first? And it is Ronnie. Ronnie having 3 more reps to go. And same for Raimondas, whose judge is also raising the hand already. Let's see, do we have a battle in the end of the workout? So they have now 25 more meters of the handstand walk.
Round of handstand walk.
The Norwegian Scorpion is back on the track. Raimondas running to catch up. And no problem from Ronnie to make 12.5 meters unbroken. Chalking up. And already back on the hands. Raimondas having a little break after
Lane number 1.
5 meters.
Currently in the second position.
4 minutes in, we might see time under 5 minutes now as Ronnie is taking up the second jump rope. Again, a little change, switch up, and a little concentration pause, and we are working on those cross unders. Raimondas on the way back, having 5 more meters to reach to the second jump rope. Lane number 4, also Tim Svensson on the second part of the handstand walk. And no problem for Ronnie, no tripping, or the fans and family is cheering, some knuckles giving, and of course the shirt goes off now.
3 minutes.
Raimondas also on those crossovers, has to be unbroken as told. Again, a nice controlled movement by Raimondas, and done he is.
And now fight shoulder to shoulder.
So Raimondas is making some ground on the leaderboard as well, as Raimondas was out of the top 3 after the endurance test. So now we have 2 athletes working on those crossovers. It's gonna be lane 4, Tim Svensson, having a little trip. And next to him, it's Aleksandras Sutjaginas from Lithuania. And hand up for Tim.
Seconds, and Alexandras Sudyaginas.
And Alexandras from lane 3 is making third place finish in this workout.
Meanwhile, Tim Svensson starts all over again.
So Tim having a little issue again, so hopefully not giving up again.
Unbroken.
So as well, Andreas is coming on the handstand part. So 2.5 meters to go, and then he's reaching also those crossovers. 1 minute to go.
Last minute, and also Andrius Daškus going for the single under.
Oh,
Once more for the handstand walk.
Tim
Meanwhile,
tripped again.
14 minutes 14.
So seems like Andreas
Let's go.
started from the wrong side again. So this is why I thought that he was catching up, but it's gonna be now last 2.5 meters for Andreas. So sorry about the mix-up. And Tim is working. Tim is not giving up. And Andreas is also taking. Now if Andreas would take up the
3, 2,
jump rope and could have done 2 reps, maybe he would be leading on Tim, but seems like now they're gonna be even. Not sure about the tie breaks in this workout, so how they will be setting up. So this workout is now ended for those guys, and next we're gonna bring on 35 to 39 age athletes, where we are missing 1 athlete again. So lane number 2, there should be Giannis Politis from Greece, but seems like the Olympia Strength Club athletes is not on the
9 years old.
skill test this time. But others are all here. So we are welcoming Gediminas Simonovicius from Lithuania, Kenneth Bjørndal Larsen from Norway on the lane 3,
Sweden.
Evaldas Rutsevievičius from Lithuania, CrossFit Laisve athlete, is on lane 4, Gabor Tamas Homonia from Hungary should be in lane 5, Martin Tien Sharov Madsen from Denmark on lane number 6, Piotr Rybacz from Lithuania, Hamburg CrossFit athlete, lane number 7, and last one in this heat, lane 8, Marcus Skoglund from Sweden. He's also testing his skill work. So there is also a little like maybe thing you might be considering why it's this way. So lane number 1, Gediminas, is currently in the 2nd position, but the leader and the third place finishers from endurance tests are coming up next in the second heat of 35 plus guys. So hopefully it's not making any trouble for athletes. So jump ropes getting ready, and now we are seeing the same workout as it was for the last heat. doing the exact same workout.
Let's get ready. Judges are in positions. And we are ready for the countdown.
All right, get set. We are about to start in 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1, let's go! 50 unbroken double unders.
So a little tripping already in some athletes. Hopefully they stay calm, concentrate, and do it again and make it happen with any problem. At the moment looking on Gediminas.
And as a first one, Ken and Bjorn Larsen.
So basically all athletes expect the lane number 6. Martin Tien is on the handstand walk. Again, we're gonna see basically all guys going unbroken to the halfway point, turning, shaking off the hands and getting back to work. And Piotr Rybak from Lithuania is first one off the handstand walk. Where is he going? The just slightly mislead. Piotr did a few more steps than needed, but still first on the toaster bar. Piotr was also taking part of the Fittest in Dart team competition with Amber CrossFit team, winning the competition, and now having fun over here. They should be also qualified as a team to the functional fitness team competition in the Worlds. So this is more like a training for them. And now we have all athletes on the toaster bars. So hard to tell how far anyone are, but soon we're gonna find out who is having the most reps done. So keep an eye on the lane number 1, Gediminas, you see at the moment with those mustaches. The second place finisher from Endurance, using those nice skipping movements to get those legs to the bar. Piotr and Gediminas taking a break, but already back to work. So 50 reps without any other exercise between is pretty hardcore. So we don't see usually that much reps in class workouts. So hopefully it's not something too new for the athletes, but this is the test of skill. So let's see who will be advancing to the handstand walk first. So Gediminas kicking up first, having a little lead on Piotr, but Piotr basically in the same line with Gediminas, both finishing unbroken set of handstand walk. So now Gediminas getting again a few seconds earlier on the hands. You're seeing at the moment, kicking those heels to get some more momentum into the walk. But Piotr's hands are moving a bit quicker. So Piotr first down, and now 2, 1, and both have the jump ropes. Piotr changing up the jump rope to a yellow and black one. And now they have to be really concentrating to making those unbroken. Piotr having slightly faster pace.
Who gonna set the best time to beat for the second group?
Let's see, let's see, let's see. Gonna be tight. Gonna be tight. This is the test of skill. So Gediminas is somehow few reps ahead of Piotr. Seems like there was some issue with counting the reps, as Piotr is showing some hands, in my opinion, as they both started in the same time and Piotr was having some faster pace, so doesn't know how this is gonna end up, but this is it at the boat. As told before, I guess that double unders and the jump rope overall is one of the hardest thing to count in the judges area. So if you're ever been a judge, you know what I'm saying.
2.5 minutes.
So as organizing an event, you always maybe have some workshop for the judges, but it takes practice. It takes some courage to give no reps, to judge those reps. And yeah, the double under, single under, crossover might be one of the biggest challenges judges are facing. But let's keep going. We have 2 more athletes working on the field, 3 even, all on the last part of those crossovers. And we have lane number 6, Martin Dien, Charles Mattsson from Denmark finishing the workout.
And he has to start over.
Okay, and lane number 3 has to start all over.
20 seconds. Come on, let's make some support for Kenneth.
Yeah, Kenneth, you can make it. The crowd is yours. Yeah. So athletes 006 is on the last task in this skill event.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, Kenneth.
Really fast pace, I could say. Even faster than we see from the Piotr side. So good job, Kenneth. So Norwegian people are proud.
Finish.
So we're gonna move on. We're gonna have 2 more heats. So bear with me. And we're gonna see some badass fitness. Next up are 35 plus men. The other heat where we're gonna see the leader, Gintas Petrikas, and also the 3rd place finisher from the endurance workout, Viktor Olofsson from Sweden.
Please welcome
So we're gonna welcome to the field those
Sweden.
8 athletes. Viktor Olofsson, as told, in lane 1.
Norway. Knut Ortemo, Norway. Ville Taimi,
In
Finland.
lane 2 we have France athlete Acher Baptiste,
Time to beat 4 minutes.
Simon Gasey from Sweden in lane 3. Lane 4, Glenn Rune Olsen from Norway. Another Norwegian athlete, Knut Hortemo, is lane 5. And Ville Taimi, Finnish athlete from CrossFit Karjaranta in lane 6.
Cherry juice.
The current leader, our game experienced athlete from 35 plus the category, Gintas Petrikas on lane 7. Lane 8, Pierre Rehfeld from Germany, CrossFit. If I'm spelling it right, Sneverdingen. I used to learn German in my mid-school years, but this is a long time ago. So I know 1, 2, 3, but not more. This is what time makes. So hopefully I can continue in English and we are all set soon. So jump ropes are ready.
When you're ready, please take your place behind the red line.
Taimi is ready. Finnish flag on the chest. Olga making some
Athletes are ready, judges are
encouragement for Quintas.
Let's start the countdown.
And the countdown for the second heat of male 35 are here.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
Alrighty, so we gonna
Time to beat 4
see
minutes.
now those guys going through 50 unbroken double unders. Also in double unders you can do like different speeds, like there can be even like 5 to 10 seconds difference in the 50 rep segment. So let's see, is there any like differences in this heat as well? So Taimi having a little struggle, but no worries, you have time. And first one off is lane number 4, Glenn Rune Olsen, with those bleach blonde hair working all the way through that 12.5 meter handstand walk. Already turning with lane number 2, Archer from France, going basically neck and neck with the first handstand walk. They're both running back to the toaster bars, and let's see what are the sets for these guys.
50 double unders.
So more guys are getting into work. Lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, 4, 7 and 8 also doing the job. Come on, Taimi. Taimi is the Finnish athlete at the moment. Still on the double unders. Not sure what the issue is. The reps he's doing seems to be nice, but somehow he's still tripping in some portion.
6 minutes.
Guys are making really short pauses in the sets. So they should be knowing really well how to do it. The all tests were out a few weeks before the competition, so I guess all athletes have done the test at home. Maybe not the full test, maybe just some portion of it, but they should know what it's gonna feel like. When you should rest, when you should push. So let's see who is first off. It's gonna be lane number 4, Glenn Rune Olsen, who was also first to the toaster bars, now on his way to the handstand walk again. I guess there was not much breaks on the toaster bars as well. So lane 1 and 2 are also behind by 12.5 meters, starting there. Handstand walk now. Quintas from lane 7 as well on the handstand walk. Meanwhile, Glenn is already now 2-1 done with the handstand walk. And taking the single under crossovers into work. Little breathing and we are off. So lane number 2 is joining.
Also Archer
Archer Baptiste from France is now taking the jump rope. If Glenn would make any mistake, then Archer is taking the lead. And maybe it's my fault, but Glenn did it. Glenn have a little mistake. So
really good chance for Archer Baptiste.
But Glenn is having really fast pace, basically twice as fast as Archer is having. And Quintas is also in lane 7 on his set. And no!
And it's again once more chance for Glenn.
So what happened with Archer? He was already running to the platform, but then the judge asked to go back. So Quintas is done in second place, as Glenn had a good finish in the second attempt. So fingers crossed to Finnish athletes Taimi, who is also on the first set of double unders yet. So Archer is pretty mad. Archer is pretty mad because the mistake. Not sure was it his mistake or judges didn't count out loud.
Also Nut Mohottemo.
So we are seeing Pierre Rehfeld also on the cross-unders. Hopefully it's gonna end up well to him, as we are approaching the 6-minute mark. And German athletes seem to be pleased with the performance. I guess it might be the test he was scared of a bit, but
and Will the Taimi is still fighting with the double unders.
And Taimi is having some good trainings in double unders, I see, and seems to be enough trainings for him at the moment. So this was the second heat of male 35. So again, a little trauma in the field, but hopefully everything will be sorted out. Some recaps over here.
Final test of today.
So the final heat coming up, not final yet, but the final age group. Yeah, but also the last heat as well. So we're gonna bring out 30 plus guys. There should be 7 of them.
All of the athletes have finished.
And we should be bringing out 7 athletes working in the 30 plus category. On the first lane, we should be seeing Safrani Pence from Hungary, cross team Eager. Second lane, current 3rd position holder Robertas Stankus from Amber CrossFit as well. Lithuanian athletes.
All right then.
Lane number 3 is gonna be Simon Lautakoski from Sweden, CrossFit Vanheim. Lane 4, Daniel
Roberta Stankus, Lithuania. Simon Lautakoski, Sweden.
Sahazevsky from Lithuania, Amber CrossFit also.
Sweden.
So a lot of Amber CrossFit athletes over here. So 5 is Dennis Björnström from Sweden. Kiruna is the hometown, I guess. Lane 6, Paulius Brinlinga, Lithuanian athlete, and CrossFit Laisvė will be presented in lane 6. And lane 7, the current leader in male 30 plus category is Fredrik Moberg from Sweden, Club Leksand. So let's see what the heat will bring. I know it's gonna bring some sweat. It brings some good fitness, some good skill performances, and hopefully less trauma. So the bars are being cleaned up again. Few more notes from judges, and we are ready with the last heat. Piotr is giving some advice. Just finished athlete. Giving some advice to Robertas.
Please go behind the red line.
Seems like Fredrik is dealing some information to make clear everything is correct with the judge. And now we should be seeing the fittest guys in the field.
Okay, athletes, let's get in positions.
Workout stays the same.
Judges are in positions. All right, spectators, are you ready for the final test of the day? Make some noise for the athletes. We start the countdown.
All right, last countdown of today's competition. Tomorrow new tests.
3.
But now let's focus on the last one of today's. So all boys on the rope. Paulius on lane 6, showing some really fast pace, really like smooth and low jumps. As I told you before, the jump rope can be also different paces. It's not just about getting unbroken, it's getting as smooth and fast as possible. If you're able to rest on the double unders, then you can say that this is your cup of tea. So Paulius also first on the handstand, having one more segment to go to finish the halfway point. Seems like Paulius is putting one piece of chalk also ready on the field. And already first one back on the handstand walk. Paulius is also one of the smallest athletes on the field, I would say. But the skill test should be something what should fit well to him. So already up on the toaster bars, as well as the lane number 2 athlete Robertas Stankus. Lane number 1 is joining also Safrani, and lane number 4 Daniel is also already on the toaster bars. So also let's keep eyes on lane number 7, the current overall leader after the event 1 is Fredrik Moberg, also as good as he was in the endurance test. At the moment making a break.
All of the gentlemen are on the rig already.
So here we see Paulius having those grips over. Judges.
Last 3 for Paulius Brilinga, our current leader, lane number 6.
And Paulius is finished and running back to the handstand. Let's see how big is the difference between him and the second place finisher. No other hands up in the air yet, as Paulius is working through the first segment of 12.5 meters. And Paulius is halfway. And now the other athletes coming up. Lane number 5, Tennis Björnström is on his hands as well. For Paulius, it's gonna be 5 more meters. And tennis is also pretty fast on the hands. Paulius done. Let's see how those crossovers gonna look like.
Victory in the test number 2.
Now, we have had some drama now on those crossovers, so let's see what this heat brings.
Also finishes
And yeah, lane number 5 is joining Paulius on those crossovers. So Dennis Björnström is few reps behind, starting the set now. And Paulius basically under 4 minutes finishing this test. I guess the fastest one we have seen during all heats. Now Dennis has to
for the second position in this test.
focus to make the second place finish, to make some ground. And Dennis is also done. Happy with the performance. And we're seeing Roberta Stankus also on those crossovers. Lane 1 struggling with the first set. Safrani over there. And lane number 4 we are having Daniel, current second place finisher, having really fast pace on the crossovers. Robertas is finished, taking the second, and few seconds later Daniel getting third place. So for Daniel, a second and third place finish from the day 1.
Meanwhile, Simon is fighting.
Yes, Safrani is also finished now.
And just 2 more segments.
And our overall leader, Frederick, is on his way back to the jump rope. So there is 7.5 meters to go.
And meanwhile, a leader of their first workout, Fredrik Norberg, now finishing his
So still,
handstand walk.
he has time to finish the workout. So there was
10 seconds remaining. Plenty of time.
There is one athlete also more on the field, so if Frederick can make it to the end, and lane number 3 still Simon is getting some tripping in, then there might be a difference in the end. So Frederick is also taking up the jump rope, so athletes having more than 90 seconds to finish the workout. So Frederick is making some ground.
20 reps already for him.
Hopefully doing some damage control over here.
40 reps for Frederick. Last 10. Single under crossovers and Frederick.
And Frederick is done. So
1 minute 50.
saving one spot at least for tomorrow's leaderboard. And now we are having last minute of the workout starting now. And the last athlete of today's workout standing on the field, trying to get those crossovers in. So as you see, the hands are slightly coming higher as the reps go on, which is causing the tripping. But it's easy to tell from here. So if it would be easy, that it should be, everyone should be here competing, but only the fittest one are over here. So the last 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
And still not giving up.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right.
Time's up.
So this is it with today's
Thank you very much
workouts.
For today, it's all, and we are meeting with you once again tomorrow.
So we are ending the broadcast today. The scores will be in for the latest heats also soon. So head to the Circle 21 soon and find out what are the results of day 1. Heats for day 2 will be in also, I guess, shortly. So we are now getting into work with those leaderboards. Here we see the fastest guy, Paulius and Frederick, and all guys from this heat. But hopefully you will be with us tomorrow also. Me and Richard will change places again, maybe for the test 1 from tomorrow. And we're gonna have some more fitness to see. So I'm wishing you a good night, and we meet again here tomorrow.
Atvykite į Druskininkus ir atraskite save iš naujo.
Begin your day with purpose. We are all given the same 24 hours to define who we will become. However you dream, it doesn't matter. You could be anything you want to be, do anything you want to do, create anything you want to create. The world is your blank canvas. Oceans, skies, trails, the office. What are you going to do? What are you going to become? It's not up to us. It's up to you. So start right now. Go and don't stop. Go because it's who you are. Go because it's who you always have been. This guy doesn't have an excuse. So what's your excuse? And if you don't like the dream you're in, switch the beat up.
Kai vėjas saus ir džiaugsmas dūks po sielą ir laukus. Kalnų sugrįžki pas mane ir šis kraštas man gražus.